No, it should be on the.
The meeting of the Plaquemines Parish Council as the sole governing authority of the Plaquemines Port Harbor Internal District is called to order at 3:46 p.m. Machines are open for roll call.
You reach out to. All right.
Mr. Edwards?
Yes.
Hey,
Are we
All
doing
right.
on this one?
8 commissioners are present. Mr. Cognition is absent. For this meeting, we will be doing roll call voice votes for everything. So mics will be live the whole time. Next item, please.
2, executive session, there is none. 3, status report by the Executive Port Director.
Mr. Tillison.
Okay, thank you. And can you put the slide deck up, please? To start off with, first and foremost, I just want to emphasize that the port is, at this time, actually experiencing significant growth. Let me catch the slides up here. As she's working that, I will just go through the highlights. So the growth that we're experiencing is something that is stretching the port staff. Are we able to?
It advanced on the screen.
Where's Mitch?
So we're stretching the port staff, but we're also, we're regenerating ourselves. We no longer have the same team that we had a year ago, and the same team that I started with 2.5 years ago. And we are preparing ourselves for the greater challenges that are facing us next year and 5 years from now. I'd also like to point out that our chief legal officer, the in-house counsel application is in progress. It is a very lengthy process, but we are working through that. And we've actually, everything that could be done at this point is done. So we are making that progress. I'd also like to say I'm excited that my special assistant starts on the 29th. And I don't know if anybody really recognizes that as executive director, I've been working without an assistant for about a year now. There's been different people filling in here and there, but it's been very difficult. So I'm excited. She is from the East Bank, so it is somebody here from the parish, and she comes here very well qualified. So we're excited to have Miss Dana Casbon to join us on the 29th. And then I'm also excited to announce that the port has decided that it is going to temporarily put Mr. Blake Pullman in Mr. Brown's position as Director of Vessels and Security. That position has been controlled by myself and Ms. Bergeron, our Director of Projects, and we just find that it's essential that we get somebody back in that position. This young man he works for the port now. He is from the East Bank. He has a captain's license. He has a college degree, and he's a captain for the ferries right now. So we will, during this temporary assignment, we'll backfill his captain's position through Glow Resources. On our introductions today, we are introducing another property, that's the Venice Blue Crab. And as we get through this property, it's in the queue of 3 other properties. This will take us to 66% ownership of the Piano Keys 2. So we continue to make progress for purchasing the land for our future marine terminal. We had a very successful meeting with the Navy, with the captain of the base. Our vice chairman sat in on the meeting, and we essentially crunched some data numbers on cargo volumes moving by air across the globe, across the United States, and through Louisiana. And we will be wrapping up phase 1 of the business case analysis over the next month, and then we plan to have a meeting. We're inviting, and we haven't received confirmation yet, but the Secretary of DOTD and the Secretary of LED. We're going to either do it in Baton Rouge, but our preference is to do it on the base and we're just trying to coordinate the logistics. And we will have 4 spots open for commissioners to join that meeting as well. And then we also participated in the Louisiana-Mississippi River Deepwater Port Marketing Study. We had an interview in the port's office. Mr. Newsom attended that as well. We spent every bit of 2.5 hours going through information about the port. 3 hours, there you go. And I thought it was a great meeting, and we look forward to finishing that plan. Next slide, please. So, quickly going through the port's maritime division update. So the Plaquemines Pride, we've already talked about. The total shipyard repair for that vessel was $4.27 million. And that vessel is running very well now. I've been checking in almost daily with the fare department, and a lot of the public feedback that we've already received has been very positive about the vessel. The MV Point Lahash is still in service without any issues in Point Lahash, and the MV Belle Chase II is sitting in the Thomas C. shipyard, awaiting to go into the shipyard. And we're also waiting to see that contract, to sign the contract for it. The Port Authority 2 is complete, and I believe it returned to the port today. If not, it will be back tomorrow. And from there, we're going to put the Port Authority 1. We're going out for RFPs to do the repairs from the damages. If you remember, a little over a week ago, we had a passing container vessel that pulled it off the dock and did some significant damage to the vessel's hull. And then we continue to move forward with the new diesel electric ferry, with the design. Our Director of Projects is working very closely, not only with DOTD, but we have a master service agreement with Minnow Marine, which is a naval architect, and Ms. Bergeron is working very closely with both parties to make sure, you know, that we get what we need to service the community. Next slide, please. Ferry landing projects. I'm excited to say the emergency repairs on the Point Lahash ferry landing is complete. We've accepted that project. And we have a couple of new tasks on some electrical work and replacing aprons that we're going to do separately. But I'm very happy with the way that that platform has turned out. I mean, we have a new fence for security. The camera's in place. We can see it, and it is functioning the way that it needs to function. And then in terms of the replacement, we are having discussions about a land swap so that we can build a new ferry landing on the north side of the existing ferry landing. And all of those discussions are happening as we speak, including a discussion on there's a grant, a raised grant received by the parish, I want to say in 2021, for the road connection. And we are working with the parish, closely with the parish, to roll that up into this replacement project. So what that means is in 4 years, we're going to have a brand new landing with a brand new road, better lighting, parking. It is just going to be much better infrastructure to support getting to and from the courthouse and to and from for the community getting back and forth from the East Bank to the West Bank. And some of you may have noticed, we've been very proactive with the Belle Chase ferry landing and the Scarsdale. So if you haven't noticed, it's been steam cleaned, it's been painted. So we're really trying to change the image of our ferry landings. So an update just on the 11-mile rail extension. We are past the 30% design. We are in the process of doing a DOTD right-of-way, which really goes under the Venture Global platform, just really understanding where that right-of-way is. So we're doing a survey ourselves because the records are a little sketchy. And we did receive a right of entry from CPRA, so we can now survey the first mile. And what's important about that is we're altering the the alignment across that CPRA property to go around Ironton. And so we actually have access to go in and do that survey now. Peters Road bypass, again, 30% design is underway. The traffic study is underway. We've been given the green light to go to Omaha to meet with the Union Pacific, because at this point, the Union Pacific has determined, based on what they're seeing with the engineering drawings, that they like what we're doing, and they're open for discussion for any type of rail cars that we're talking about moving across that alignment. We've already talked about the Navy business case analysis. Oh, the Peters Road Bridge, I did hear earlier that was presented with the parish. So Ms. Bergeron is working very closely with the parish. That project is moving forward, and obviously the $7.4 million has been obligated, and we are moving, and we're going to be trying to push that project faster than slower. When it comes to the admin building renovations, again, we want to ask for everybody's patience. We know that we have a big mess that we're dealing with around the building and sometimes in the building, because the work that we were doing on the roof really jarred a lot of dust inside of the building. So it is something that we're dealing with, but we're coming to substantial completion on the roof next week, so we're very excited that we're on the path to finishing that project. The HVAC, or the generator bypass switch, has also been completed. We have intentions of testing that with a mobile generator, hopefully within the next week or two. We're going to run a temporary generator on the site for about a half a day, and we're going to go back and forth between that and the normal power just to make sure that it is functioning properly. The HVAC design, that is to replace all of the ventilation in the building. We're looking at the ductwork today. The design is just about complete. We're really ready to go out to redo that, but we are evaluating whether we want to start messing with that ductwork right now and add to any dust that we've had in the building. I mean, we've had a couple of instances where the fire department's been called out because the dust is setting off alarms, and so we just want to be very careful with that. And obviously the building design is still underway, and we are estimating the start of construction around the summer of 2026. Financial update, I'll pass it over to Ms. Glapion, our Chief Financial Officer. Can you get your mic, please?
Good afternoon. You'll see on the financial update here, this is showing the budgeted expenses that were approved at the last council meeting, and that is the $4.4 million on the building renovation, along with the $25 million revenue bond. You will note that that does give us what it looks like is a negative net position right now, because that $25 million, though it is for land purchases, at this time they're recorded as expenses, but when we close our books in 25, those things will be reclassed to capital assets at that time. So, do you have any questions about the financials?
We'll ask questions at the end.
Hold on. Skip one. Good afternoon, Commissioners. Good afternoon, audience members, staff. With the Human Resources update, we have 4 vacant positions, actually only 3 now, as one has been filled. And that is the Special Assistant, as Mr. Tillotson mentioned, is Ms. Dana Casbah, and her anticipated start date is September 29th. We have our Chief Operating Officer, our Senior Accountant 2, and the Director of Communications, all of which are in some part of process for filling. Chief Operating Officer has to be approved by Civil Service. Ms. Glapion is reviewing applicants for the Senior Accountant 2, and I've already started interviewing candidates for the Director of Communications. Along with that Chief Operating Officer, Civil Service is also considering the creation of an information technology manager, and they do have a meeting coming up next week. It is September 17th, and I will certainly send all of you the details on that if any of you want to come and appear at that meeting. Another very exciting project that I'm launching for Mr. Tillotson and for the port is the development of a leadership academy for staff led by a myriad of topic experts who will be coming in to take part and help lead us in our intentional investment in staff. The courses will range, and they're not limited to this, but to classes that will strengthen our leadership competencies across all levels of the organization, enhance team effectiveness, develop executive presence and presentation capabilities, improve conflict communication, business communication, and give situational leadership skills. And then we'd like to equip all of our leaders with core HR competencies as they deal with each other as colleagues and as supervisors. Next, I'd like to give you a communications update. At this meeting, I thought we'd talk about sentiment. I know that often we all see the negative comments on Facebook or on LinkedIn, but giving us a true reflection of the past 30 days of our performance online in the digital media stream, as polled from the Cision software that you all got a chance to see, or some of you got a chance to see a few weeks ago, we are trending very positively. The positive trend is 56.8%. Basic positive commentary is at 10.8%. A balanced view of us is at 29.7%, and trending negative is under 3% at 2.7%. And just to be get a little bit more informative, I know some of you have quite a bit of expertise in this topic, but for those of us who don't, the social media sentiment actually refers to the emotional tone on posts, the comments and mentions across platforms including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And this helps us understand how people feel about us. And I think that that's really positive to show that we are trending negative at under 3%.
So two things in conclusion. I mean, obviously the sentiment, for me, what that means is we're monitoring closely the comments about the port on social media, because we know that the majority of that is coming from the community. And one of our values is to think community first, but with a global vision. And so we are taking that seriously. But, you know, in addition to that, we're trying to measure, understand how are we really connecting with the community. And I think all of this comes back to our brand. So I'm very excited about what Ms. Bell has been doing, you know, with the rebrand, and now measuring, you know, our impact in different ways, you know, almost month over month, so that a year from now, I'm excited that I know we're going to have some really good data to show how we're really doing, the good and the bad. And then I think the other thing that I want to say, I want to thank the commission, because I'm very excited, because as of right now, the port has all of its rescue boat positions filled. It's the first time since I've been here, and the first time in a very long time, and it all has to do with what we did with that pay analysis and adjusting the pay. And this goes straight to readiness, because our rescue boats, you know, I mean, they're on the river and they're tasked with responding to life or death situations. So we're pretty excited about that. And I just want to thank the commission publicly for your assistance in helping us to make that happen. Thank you, and we're open to your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Tilson. Any comments from the audience? Mr. Henry.
On the new ferry,
Name and address, please.
Arthur Henry, Bell Shades. On the new ferry, is it only still in the design stage?
That's correct. It's at 90% design now.
90?
90%.
Oh, do the port have any input on design?
Absolutely. We're working with our own naval architect to work with Pelican Marine, who's actually designing the vessel under a DOTD contract.
And will the ferry be able to be comparable to the Bell Shades ferry ramp and the Pont LaHash Ferry ramp or only one ramp?
Yeah, I mean, that's a very good question, and yes, it will be able to do not only the Bell Chase ramp, but the new ramp that we are putting in Point LaHash, and we're going to make sure that all of our vessels are able to go back and forth.
Okay. Thank you.
So, 3 years from now, we will have 4 vessels, and hopefully we will never be in a position again where we have to shut down a ferry service, because we know how that impacts the public, and we know we have that responsibility.
Thank you.
Clarence Brock, 156 Enos Camelland. I don't want to direct this question to anybody, but over the port, because of the port is in charge of all the ships that are docked into the river right now, there have been a ship right in front of my house, and my property goes into the river for years and years, ever since Katrina, when I was staying there, because the noise that they beat on the ship all during the night used to wake me up. And when they dropped the anchor, I mean, one night I need to bed because I thought sure they were shooting. So, and but that's because I came from Iraq, so that's the reason why I thought they were shooting.
Mr. Brock, what's your address again?
196.
This
156 Enos Camelland.
no. this the property I have in the event.
Okay,
Yeah, remember when we had the council we had a meeting at the community center, and I showed you the ship right in front of my place.
Okay, if you give me the address, I mean, we'll take a look at that, but I can tell you with our GIS, it is tied to Mr. Tiz, the pilot's AIS system, and we're actually tying that to our billing hours now, and so we can see every ship that's transmitting AIS, and we don't have anything that's been sitting there for years. But if you give me the address, and if you could give me a vessel name, I can look that up.
Okay.
But I think it may just be that's a place where they're putting vessels to anchor.
Right, that's
And
what
they're
I'm talking
dropping them and picking them up. It's different vessels. It's just the same location.
Right.
And I mean, I'm a naval mariner, and dropping of an anchor when you're a Navy guy is music to your ears. And it is just kind of something what goes on, on the Mississippi River. But we're more than willing to take a look at that, and at least have a conversation with the pilots.
Right, that's the only reason why I want to know, because I'm sure the port is in charge of every ship that come in there, and ships they might stay 1 or 2 days, 48 hours, they might stay there a whole week, but they all dock right in front of my place.
Yeah, I mean, that's correct. I mean, to your point, I mean, we know that a ship can come in and drop anchor for an hour, 2 hours because they're waiting on fog. Or they might drop anchor and they might sit there for a week or 2 weeks, and we can actually see that. We can see those times, and we bill for those times. But we definitely will take a look at this just to be responsive to you.
So another question: if you bill them, will I get some money out of that?
Any other comments from the audience? Ms. McCarty.
Mr. Tillotson and staff, I'd like to commend you on developing education programs for the staff. And I think it would be good to spread it beyond this beyond the higher education, beyond this HR education to higher education as well, where possible for those staff members that show potential for that. Maybe we can put together some type of program. Regarding the budget, I understand that I heard something about reclassifying the capital assets at some point, but Mr. Tillotson, I'm only going to direct to you the questions. I want to make certain that the commissioners and I are clearly understanding how the port budget is shaping up year to date.
Right.
So I'm concerned that the port is showing a negative unrestricted balance of $20.7 million. And I think that's what was being referred to. But on top of that, year to date, the port has only collected $19.5 million in a revenue, and it spent $25.9 million with a deficit of 6.4. So if if you could walk us through that at some time, I'd appreciate it. I'd like to understand how we're tracking. And I'd still like to receive a detailed budget to actual, like the one that was put into the paper for the parish, so that we can take a close look at everything.
So, first things first, if you look at the last page of your detail report that's in the narrative in your package, you will see a copy of all of the ordinance. No.
Which one?
In the presentation booklet that you received, so the last page, there's a table there. So that has all of the ordinance items that have affected the budget, right? So you can look through that and we can have a conversation about that on a line item by line item basis. In addition to that, I want to make sure that I'm clear, because we've been talking about this every meeting, and the reason we went out and got the revenue bond, the first piece was on the water booster station, right? We know we're running a deficit. We're spending money, and we're being reimbursed by DOTD. So we're spending the money first, and then we're being reimbursed after, right? Also, we purchased the building, the admin building, right? And we know that we've spent money on the renovations, and we're just bringing down the revenue from the revenue bond to cover that. So those are items that we know that are affecting that budget. And I think what Ms. Glapion talked about a second ago, and I'd like for her to just kind of maybe elaborate a little more, that the port is diligently watching that budget, but because we are pushing the port forward, we're putting that water booster station in place for the public, for public benefit, right? We're rebuilding, we're renovating the building, because we can't expect our port staff to sit in a building where the temperature control is non-existent. It's freezing sometimes, it's burning up sometimes. So we have to do that work. We know that in 2014, Dr. Gouy was here. There was a lot of debate over purchasing a cow pasture, right? And it's got us to where we are today with Venture Global, because we had a vision. So right now we are purchasing more land, right? And we are spending money on that land. But our vision is to duplicate our success from the past. So, I'm willing, if you want to come into the office, we can sit down and go over each one of those line items. I think one of the challenges that you will have is that as an MBA, when you think about a profit and loss statement and when you think about a balance sheet, commercially, right, you look at that one way, but when you look at government accounting, you look at it a different way. So I invite you to come into the office and sit down with myself and Ms. Glapion and go through those details. Ms. Glapion, did I miss anything, or do you want to add anything to that?
No, that all sounds very, very good. And as far as the classification, we do that with all of our fiscal assets. So like if we bought a truck, which would be is a depreciable asset, when we purchase that truck during the year, it's going to go right to our P&L as a total expense. However, because it's depreciable over several years, we're going to remove that at the end of the year when we do our reconciliation, and then it goes to our balance sheet, and only a small piece of that, the depreciation that's recognized in that year, is actually what's going to hit the P&L at that time. So right now, these properties, all of these properties that we've purchased now, they are showing as a total expense. So for example, where you see the Venice Blue Crab, that's 1.1 million that's sitting in that negative 6 million right now, where you're saying that's a loss. We also have the 3.8 that we spent for the LSU
You're
property.
writing that off monthly, right?
No, it is not until the end of the year when we do our reconciliation that those things are moved to the balance sheet at that time.
And then on your GASB statements at the year end, you have, for us, we will have unrestricted and net investment in capital assets as our two line items. So all that will get moved to that net investment in capital assets line and not undesignated unrestricted. It's a year-end adjustment.
Okay.
It's the way governments work. It's all written, it's all expense, and then at the end of the year, you go through, and basically there's a reconciliation in the footnotes of the financials.
So I think I better ask you though, would it be possible to print what you're going to show me when we go into the meeting? Because I do have dyslexia, and if I'm, like right now, I've been sick, I'm going to see those numbers backwards, you know?
Okay, well, I mean, what I really
then
invite
we
you,
can have the meeting.
you know, and I'm okay with the question that you're asking, and the reason I'm okay with it is GASB standards are confusing, particularly if you've worked commercially, right? And you got to understand, I came here, I mean, over 20 years, and I had commercial profit and loss statement responsibility, so you kind of look at them differently now. But yeah, we'll print it out for you, but I would prefer that we sit down and we walk you through it and help you understand it, and maybe let you look at where we were last year and how those reclassifications took place.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Okay. Mr. Newsom.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Tillotson, I know you spoke about the 11-mile extension right away. And I guess it'd be for clarification. I know we had that meeting, that Ironton had their community meeting.
Yes.
At the Bell Chase Auditorium, and had a very good reception from the community. And I know you said it was going around Ironton. It's going basically in the front of Ironton, where it doesn't affect their ball field or their houses. So just it's not going, it's going in the front of it along the Highway 23. So
That's correct, along
Just a little
Highway-
clarification.
Thank you, thank
And
you.
that's just because it's, just so people don't get confused.
That's important. Thank you for
Not
correcting me
going
on
around.
that.
Just quick. Also, Ms. Glapion, thank you again for I know we had a little discussion about the financial report. Appreciate it coming out when you put it out, and I have a chance to review it and look at it. So thank you for that time. I yield.
Mr. Edwards. Yep, Ms. Edwards.
Yeah, I just want to go back to Mr. Treacher when you were talking about those sentiment. So when the ferry was going down, it probably was high because people was really just responding to the ferry. So sometimes those negative comments are based on circumstance. So I'm almost willing to bet because that impacted so many people. That's probably why you got that. Would you?
Yeah, so we have the very low negative sentiment, but if I were to go and pull the day that the ferry was, because this was for a 30-day period, the last 30-day periods, I could go in and pull just one single date and look at it, and I have not done that, but I would bet that the negative sentiment might be higher on those days. So you look at it as an average, that of 100 comments, less than 3 were negative. But I agree with you. On the day the ferries are out, I'm certain it peaks. So it's all about making certain we are communicating and messaging as well. So when we see, and monitoring that, when we see those spikes that may trend negative, we're addressing the concerns. And that's the whole point of tracking that.
I yield, Mr. President.
Dr. Gui.
Regarding the Authority One and the incident with the container ship, is there any liability that container ship assumes because of that?
We submitted a incident report to Captain Bob with the Crescent pilots, and we are going to have that conversation. What we've requested is to have slow bail, 200 yards before and after, our ferry landings, and I can tell you that I've witnessed, what I've seen so far is when the ships are passing us now, they are slowing down. So, but I will follow up with Captain Bob. I don't know legally if we can be reimbursed for that, but we are going to present that cost to the pilots.
Mr. Jurisic.
Yes, I got a couple of questions and nothing. This Leadership Academy, what would be the cost of running this thing?
I am still getting bids for some of the services for that, so I can provide that to you as soon as I get that. And I would imagine that we have to bring it to the commission anyway.
Okay, no, I'm just looking at, so this is when we hire people just to strengthen them, educate them a little more.
Yes, sir.
I would hope that when we're hiring, we're looking for somebody that already has that leadership skills.
Right.
You know, and I mean, I don't want to just, you know, spend a lot of money trying to train somebody, you know, so I'm good with it. I just want to know, you know, just the cost of it, how much, because, you know, my question to you is spend, and,
Yes.
you know, not make, you know, so we got a lot of money we put out, and, you know, what's actually coming in, you know, with new jobs being created and stuff like that. And the rail project, so the rail right now is all the way at the back by the levee on the project, by the CPRA property, I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. It runs about a mile past CHS along the levee. That's
So
where
it
it
does
ends.
come through the area they cleaned off, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right at the edge of it, yes. That's correct.
Y'all looking to come through, make a big curve right there?
Make a big curve and actually drop down below the Entergy Tower and hug Highway 23 all the way down. And that will keep us clear of Ironton.
That's what I thought. All right, I yield.
And then if I could just respond, I mean, your concerns about the budget and training, yeah, we're very concerned about that as well. We also are being responsive to you, because if you remember 2 weeks ago, you raised it as an issue, and we actually agreed with you, you know, and so part of what we're doing, we know this is not, you know, like conflict communications. We have a lot of that in the port, right? 85% of organizations in the United States have reports of conflict communications, and in that 85%, the majority of them do not have any type of formal conflict communications training. So this is part of what you know, it's one thing to bring talented people into an organization. The challenge is keeping them and teaching how to navigate through conflict when we have it, because conflict is not bad all the time. I can tell you, there's been a lot of times that, you know, personally, I know, you know, you've had conflict, you know, directing to me, and I've had to listen, and you've been right, and I've had to respond. So in this case, we're responding to you, and we are working on making sure that we, you know, develop the organization to be able to handle the challenges that are facing us tomorrow.
One other thing is, you know, because it concerns me because of the flight of employees leaving the port. You know, it's like, you know, it's kind of scary to see people just wanting to, you know, they leaving and, you know, going elsewhere, and now we got to pick up new people and all. So I would, you know, to me, it's bothersome when we got so many people leave at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope the environment is good, you know, and it's not nothing to do with anything internally going on. So.
Well, thank you. I mean, I really appreciate that, and I tell you again, you challenged me on that 2 weeks ago, and you stretched me, and the staff will tell you that I got down in the weeds on the analysis, and I have a breakdown for all of the departures and analysis of where we are percentage-wise with our attrition and where the national average is recommended to be. And I actually have a report. It's ready to go now. I will be in Fort Worth with the NOGC tomorrow with Mr. Jacob Lee, but next week I will be getting on your calendars to be able to go over that with you and show the details and make sure that we're all on the same page and understand that for the most part our attrition is very close to where the national average is recommended to be. But I'd like to go through those details. But again, you challenged me 2 weeks ago, and you made me do some homework. So, I mean, you should feel good that there were 2 nights since then that I was up after hours doing some analysis work based on your concerns.
Dr. Gui.
Yeah, I just, you know, when I was going through this here and I got to page 7, and I just want to compliment all those pages, and Commissioner Jursich did a great job.
That's the Jursich report.
The Jursich report. Great job there, brother, yeah.
I can read that part.
He told me the presentation was worthless, so we made sure that we put some detailed narrative in there for him.
You know, some big words, man.
Wow. You yield, Doc? Ms. McCarty?
Mr. Jurist inspired me about a thought that I want to share. My father once said, he was the president of an international company, one of which is back here in the parish. He said, always hire people that are smarter than you, that can lead you. And I don't know who's laughing or why, but anyhow, with our retention and hiring people, we have to look to hire people who already know what we want them to do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and if I would ask you to look to my left and look to my right.
Don't worry.
And there's some very intelligent people in the room, and trust me, they are telling me what to do every day.
Honorable Reverend Edwards, you're up.
Yeah, you know, I heard you say Charles Mitch had you up all night, and you looked at national trend. I know national trend mean a lot, but to me, I'm not concerned about national trend. I'm concerned about what's happening here in Plaquemine Parish trend, because it might not have nothing to do with national trend. So I hope you just stay focused on what's happening. Don't look at natural trend, but look at the particular of what's happening in your area, regardless of whether, because natural trend, you can do that. To me, it's like justifying, like it is happening. I don't want that. I want us to say that what's happening with us, we're dealing with it not because of natural trend saying, but we're doing it because it's the right thing to do. And
Agree.
we don't need to look at natural trend to do which is right. So I just want to share that with you.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
Seeing nobody else is in queue. Next item, please.
4, bids and advertisements. There are none. 5, introduction of ordinances and resolutions.
We have one for Commissioner Schultz, an ordinance authorizing Charles Tillotson, Executive Director of Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, to purchase land and property more fully described in Exhibit A, owned by Point Celeste Farms, and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. That's it.
Next item, please. Okay, 6A1 will be deferred. 6C will be deferred, and 6E will be deferred. Correct? Everybody agrees?
One more time.
6A1, 6C, and 6E.
The port agrees.
Board agrees. Next item, please.
6, ordinances and resolutions on second reading and final passage. 6A, ordinances and public hearings pursuant to Article 6, Section 601E of the Plaquemines Parish Charter. 6A2, an ordinance authorizing Charles Tillotson, Executive Director of Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, to purchase land and property more fully described in Exhibit A owned by Plaquemines Parish Government with respect to parcel 8400500, 22197 Highway 23 Agricultural Research Equipment, Water Siphon Pipe Greenhouse, and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. Commissioner Schultz.
I offer, ask for a second. Second by Mr. Jurist. Any comments from the audience?
Sounds like you have an announcement.
Administration. Table. Please call the roll.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4, District 5, District 6,
Yes.
District 7,
Yes.
and District 8.
Yes.
Passes 8-0.
Yes, it's 8-0. Next item, please.
B, a resolution adopting the quarterly updates and additions to the policies and procedures for Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. Commissioner Schultz, this has changes.
Please read the changes.
On line 6, after the word process, we're putting control for effective management of the port. On line 12, after usage policy, we're adding a newly defined port title 6 policy and comprehensive IT security policy, and those are the changes.
I offer, ask for a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Newsom. Any comments from the audience? Administration. Table. Machines are open.
No, they're not.
Oh, no, they're not. Sorry, had to do it once.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Aye.
District 5, District 6,
Yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8.
Yes.
Passes 8-0.
That's it. Oh, yeah. Next item, please.
Don't you see what I was going through?
Yeah, this is going to take some adjustments.
D, an ordinance to authorize Charles D. Tillotson, Executive Director of Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, to approve engine repairs for the MV Pride Dry Dock project and amend the 5-year capital improvement budget line item MV Pride Dry Dock, and otherwise to provide with respect thereto. Commissioner Schultz.
I offer, ask for a second.
Second.
Second by Reverend Edwards.
Yes.
Any comments from the audience? Administration. Table. Roll call, please.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4, District 5,
Yes.
District 6,
Yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8.
Yes.
Passes 8-0.
F, an ordinance to authorize Charles D. Tillotson, Executive Director of Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District, to approve change orders for the MV Pride Dry Dock project and amend the 5-year capital improvement budget line item MV Pride Dry Dock and otherwise to provide with respect to Commissioner Schultz.
I offer to ask for a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. LaFrance. Any comments from the audience? Administration. Table. Please call the roll.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yay.
District 4, District 5, District 6,
Yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8.
Yes.
You are.
Passes 8-0.
Yeah, you're doing.
G, an
Next
G,
item.
an ordinance authorizing Charles Tillotson
So crazy.
as Executive Director of the Plaquemines Port Harbor and Terminal District to enter into a CEA with with Commissioners of the Port of New Orleans, represented by Beth A. Branch, its President and Chief Executive Officer, Greater Baton Rouge Port Commission, represented by J.G. Hardman, P.E., its Executive Director, the Port of South Louisiana, represented by Brian Cox, its Acting Chief Executive Officer, St. Bernard Port Harbor and Terminal District, represented by Drew M. Heafy, its Executive Director, known as the Lower Mississippi River Ports, and otherwise to provide with respect thereto, Commissioner Schultz.
I offer to ask for a second. Second by Reverend Edwards. Any comments from the audience? Administration. Mr. Jurisich.
Yes. Just what's our cost of this? 245,000.
49,000.
49,000. It's a cost altogether.
it's-
That's what I thought. I wanted to clarify that. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
And this is also the meeting that we had in our office yesterday. Commissioner Newsom, you may want to just kind of give some thoughts. I thought it was a very productive meeting. We were there for almost 3 hours. You want to just give some thoughts so the other commissioners understand?
Mr. Newsom,
I was waiting for the acknowledgement, Mr. Chairman.
you have the floor.
Thank you. Sitting there, I'll be honest, when we first started this thing, I was a little leery with, as many of the other board members, about where this was going. After communicating with the group that brought in from Polaris, these folks were very, very knowledgeable about ports. And the only ask that we asked of them, they asked questions, and Mr. Tillotson, most of the questions were more for Mr. Tillotson than myself. But the only thing we asked them to do is let the market dictate the report. And meaning that is whatever comes out best is what's going to be. So again, it was very knowledgeable for me, very well-rounded for the group, and I take it as a positive. It's going to be money well spent. Thank you.
Mr. Jurisich.
Yes, and just a clerical error. On line 18, it says $245. It should be $245,000.
I fixed it on our end.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And I met with Mr. Toomey 2 weeks ago, or last week, I don't remember, and we discussed this and everything. So this is a overall good project that hopefully will help not only our port, but all ports within Louisiana, the deep water ports, to move forward and to work together and hopefully get past some of the past issues. I guess I'll say that.
Yeah, and I agree. And Chairman Toomey wanted to be here today. Unfortunately, he had a scheduled vacation, so he couldn't be here. But I agree. He's been a statesman and really, focused on bringing all of the ports together.
Roll call.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4, District 5, District 6,
Yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8, and it passes 8-0. Yes.
Before adjournment, I want to put on public record for the public. I know we should have done this in the council meeting, but next Friday, 10 a.m., Joint Transportation Committee meeting, bridge toll. 11 o'clock, sorry. So if you have toll issues out in the public in the YouTube Viewverse, go voice your concerns. With that, do I have a motion for, oh, we need minutes, thank you. Baton Rouge, yes.
Approval of the minutes from the August 28th.
Offered by Mr. Newsom, I will second. Any comments from the audience, administration, table? Please call the roll.
District 1,
What are we doing?
Minutes, we're not adjourned yet.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4, District 5, District 6.
Yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8,
Yes.
passes 9-0,
8-0,
8-0, sorry.
thank you.
Adjournment.
Do I have a motion?
Offered.
Offered by Ms. LaFrance. Second by Mr. Newsom. Comments? Comments? We're voting on adjournment, Ms. Edwards. Please call the roll.
District 1,
No.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4, District 5, District 6,
Yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8.
Yes.
Passes 8-1 with a no vote, or 7-1 with a no vote for Reverend Edwards. We have adjournment at 4:37 PM.
But he is leaving.